Hello, my beautiful souls. I'm Veronika Starr, your soul embodiment and alignment specialist. I'm so happy that you decided to find out a little bit more about your quantum human design. So, today we're going to talk about your type. And your type is kind of like knowing what kind of car you are. So if you think you're a big truck made to go up the hill, but you're actually a beetle that's made to zip really quickly through the city, then you might get yourself stuck in the mud. So we're going to talk a little bit about what your type is so that you can find the right path that's made just for you. Let's get started. Hello, my beautiful manifestor. In the quantum human design, you're what's known as the initiator, and you make up for about 9% of humanity. So you're the second rarest type in all of the human design. So, as it's called in the quantum human design, the initiator, you are here to initiate things. So, you're really good for startups, for example. So, it's super normal for you to start a book and not finish it, start a project and not finish it. You're really great at startups. Somewhere that you might have a little bit of a more difficulty with is sustaining the project, right? You're not necessarily made to sustain it. Although, if you're in a group or in a couple where the other person has the generator energy, which they have the energy to sustain the project, and this is where you can complement each other really well, where you can tune into their generator energy and you can find the strength and the energy to sustain the project. But if you're doing something on your own, if you're an entrepreneur and you have your own business and you're self-employed and you have no one else working on the team with you, then you might find it a little bit more difficult to sustain a project. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't do it. Okay. We have all of the chart. It just means that it's a little bit more difficult for you. Whereas for the generator, they're built to sustain things. They have the energy to sustain things. Your energy comes in bursts and then you need rest. So, learning how your energy works in the most optimal way will really help you use your battery in the most optimal way. Okay. Um, One thing that's really important for you is to inform. So you're not here to ask permission, okay? You're actually one of the most sovereign types of all of the human design. You need your liberty. You need to be alone. You need your space and your time. You need some moments to just go in your office or go in your room and be by yourself. It's super, super important for you. That's actually one of the most potent ways for you to re energize, not sleep. It's by being alone by yourself. Okay. And the way for you not to get interrupted is to inform others. So, especially if you're in partnership, and to let your partner know, hey, I'm going to go in my room and I'm going to go read for an hour, or I'm going to go work on this thing for an hour, just to let them know. That way they don't interrupt you. Because your signature shadow emotion is anger. And so manifestors tend to get angry more easily than the other types. That doesn't make you bad people. It's a frustration and anger specifically that comes when you're getting interrupted. You have this connection with the energy, with Great Spirit, with however you want to call it, with the quantum field, with the potentials, with ideas, with innovation. You have this connection with the field of innovation that is so deep and so profound that when you get interrupted, it can come like almost like a shock, like, oh, and then you come back to reality and it's like, man, I was right there. Like I was feeling the energy, right? And so that can generate anger for you. So if you inform the people that are around you, then you don't get interrupted. And so you can keep your flow. People know you have the space and the sovereignty that you need to be able to do the work that you're meant to do. So it's a little tip that if you start using that, you'll see that your level of anger and frustration will really drop down. Your signature emotion is peace. So you're here to feel peace. When you feel peace is when your battery comes up. And oftentimes, in order for you to feel that peace, you need to be outside in nature or you need to be alone, like I was mentioning before. So make sure that you do get that time in for yourself so that you can feel that inner peace and allow your energy to flow through you in the most optimal way. I hope this mini session resonated with you enough to want to dive in deeper because this is really just the tip of the iceberg. A typical session takes from 90 minutes to 2 hours to get through. During this session, we're going to dive in deeper in your type. We're also going to look at your profile, which are the different archetypes that you're working with. We're going to look at the chakra system, which are your centers, which ones are defined, which ones are open, what does that mean, and how to work with them in the most optimal way. And most importantly, we're going to look at your life purpose. Why are you here? What are you meant to do? What is it that really drives you to evolve in the most aligned and optimal way for your unique chart? So, if this resonates for you and you want to dive in deeper, you can go ahead and reply to the message. I'm going to send you a link to my calendar so you can book the moment that works the best for you. And during our session, you'll get a recording of our session so that you can rewatch it at any time. You're also going to get a personalized PDF with all the insight that we talked about. And you're going to get a what's called a self-evaluation resource. So we're going to talk about your resources and how to stay in integrity with them. Because the chances are, if you're losing energy, if you're feeling depleted, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling out of alignment, it's because you're out of integrity with your resources. So we're definitely going to talk about that. And we're going to do an embodiment practice because this is all really beautiful information. But what do we do with this information? So, I'm going to show you where these things live inside your body so that you can fine tune yourself to them, so that you can listen to them, so you can feel them. You can align yourself with your intuition. Our intuition doesn't live in the same place for all of us. So, you're going to find out where your intuition lives, where this mechanism, how this mechanism works, so that you can listen to it, align yourself with it, and trust it. Thank you for your time. I look forward to diving deeper with you. And until then, stay present and remember who you are. Have a beautiful day.